All right. Well, here is my first, again, not first video, but my first video of, I guess, just, I'm going to try and start posting something every day. This is kind of being spurred on by, or inspired by, over the last week I went to a conference at my church and, really got inspired by, some of the people that were sharing and presenting. And, I was kind of like inspired the whole time, like trying to ask them questions about like how they feel about AI right now and things like that. And, I was waiting to talk to some of the speakers and, um, there's one I really wanted to speak to, and I waited to speak to them, and like right before I was getting ready to speak to them, they had to use the bathroom. They literally said, "Oh my god, I gotta use the bathroom so bad," and they walked away, and I was like, "Oh man, like, dang, I really want to speak to that person." And so I was just like, maybe there's a reason I didn't have to speak to them. Maybe it was something else. And so, long story short, one of the people that I actually go to a weekly meetup with. It's called a CG at our church. We call it a CG. It's a community group. Um, Basically, we were talking and they shared some stuff that really, really helped in regards to like some content to watch and people that are doing what I want to do, on YouTube already. So I watched that person today. So a really cool part of that was really unique is that sometimes what you're looking for is in your own backyard, and maybe you're looking outside of where you currently are. You're like, man, I wish I could just talk to this famous person, or if I could just get advice from this person. And sometimes the best advice you can get is just right in your own backyard, people that you already work with and that you already know and that you're friends with and things like that. So it's one thing. But the other thing was the person that she mentioned to watch, their name is, I think it's called Sean Cannell. But basically, it's somebody that's doing something similar to what I want to do with this channel. It's basically just growing a massive community of people, and being able to, help people, And so I was watching that person today, and one of the things they kept saying was just hit record. Just hit record. And the person they were interviewing, which is kind of ironic how it happens, is actually somebody I was following on YouTube not even a year or two ago, getting ready to go into that industry. It was a real estate industry. And just what they were talking about was really unique. They were just saying like the magic of building a community, in really getting people to rally around you is to do what you are super passionate about, and just be your authentic self, as much as you can. Just share and focus what you're building around what you are passionate about, and just hit record. Just hit record, just hit record, just hit record. That's what he kept saying. And so I felt inspired today to just hit record. In this, I'll try and make this not super long, but just long enough to kind of share something that happened with me today, and also just kind of like my plan. But, something that was really wild happened to me this morning that I shared, and I'm sharing it because I think it's really important, that in life, there's times when you're going to have goals, or like you're going to have, like feelings, or you're going to have like inspirations, or, if you're, a person of faith, it's the Holy Spirit talking to you. However you want to look at it, you'll have these premonitions or these goals put on your heart that just kind of hit you, and you're just like, man, like that's it. I really want to do this. I'm going to go after it. And so a year ago, literally, like almost a year ago exactly, I had started doing this thing called the Miracle Morning, where every morning you wake up, whatever time works for you, and you do 6 practices, which are called the Savers. So and I'll just share them real quickly, and then I'll get to the point. But it's basically the silence or meditation or prayer is the S. A is affirmations, so speaking affirmations over yourself. V is for visualization, so basically like visualizing things. That's where this is going to come in, where I'm getting ready to share you. Is visualizing things, like visualize what you want, like seeing yourself in the role you want to be in, or seeing yourself successful. And then E is, in the Savers, is exercise, so exercising, in the morning. And then R is read, so reading something. And so I was doing that every day, and I was doing it in the morning, and I came across this idea of like the visualizing. We were going to this place that we love going to. It's called a yurt. So it's basically kind of like a big tent, sort of. It's like a glamping tent, but it's on this river, and it's beautiful. This beautiful piece of property. I mean, we loved it so much. And at the time, we were getting into real estate, and so I just had this thing hit me. This goal hit me, and it was like, one day I'm not gonna only like continue going to that place. I'm gonna own it one day. Like, we're gonna actually own that piece of property. And I came home and told my wife, I was like, hey, guess what? We're not gonna continue to rent that place. We're gonna own it one day. And she was like, oh yeah, and I was like, yeah, one day we're gonna do it. And so I put that out there. And, it was not likely for that to happen because the lady I actually knew the lady. I worked with the lady through Airbnb a few times and got to know her a little bit and gave her feedback on her property and just told her how great it was and things. But, like, she was revamping her whole website and, like, was really invested in this place. So, I mean, I knew she wasn't going to sell it or anything. But I was just like, hey, I'm going to put what was called at the time when I was reading this book called a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. Like, something so big that if it happened, it would be like, holy cow. Like, that's crazy that happened. And so I put out this BHAG that one day I was going to own this property. And then we went there on January 1st to write my vivid vision statement for our new business. And so we spent 4 days there writing this vision. And part of that vision was owning this property. And I literally went down like on a little rock and wrote like on the property, like a piece of property, I actually wrote like, BHAG. And then I wrote the goal date that it started, and then I put date acquired or date came true or whatever, and put an empty line. And so my goal was when I finally met that goal, I was going to write that date in, and it would just be like, it was something super cool to share, right? So fast forward till October 6th, and so my wife and I have been talking about over the past few days. We really missed going to this property, and we were like, we should figure out a way to go there, because it's got great internet and I can work from there. And we really missed the mountains. That's why we have some great memories there. And anyways, my wife goes online yesterday and just to see if it was available. And she's like, huh, that's weird. The website's down. She's like, but I can still do it through Airbnb. So she went through Airbnb. We saw there was 5 days available. And so we went and, clicked on it. And so I was like, that's weird. It's down. I was like, maybe she's selling it. Just laughing out loud. Right. And, my wife was like, no, it's probably just down for maintenance or something. And so we booked the days that we wanted to go. And then I sent her an email because we had this thing where if, we had booked a few days, she would give us a day for free and stuff. Again, we had been really nice to her and shared feedback and stuff on the property. So we had a great relationship. Well, I sent an email last night and was just like, hey, we just booked, these days. Wanted to see if you still, would, hold us up on that offer on a free day. And, went to bed. And woke up this morning, and she shared that, hey, hope all is well. I'm actually selling the property. It's under contract, and it's going to close on the 14th. So I unfortunately can't give you that free day because while you're there, somebody will actually be taking ownership of it. And my heart just sunk because I never told her. I never spoke that goal to her. And I even felt led to do that. I even felt like, man, I should tell her that, if she ever wants to sell it, we're open to it. We'd love to buy it. And I never did. And so, it hit me like, wow, like I had this goal. I put the thought out there. I believed in it. I even wrote the goal on, the property itself, and never actually followed through with telling her the goal as well. And come to find out, I went and pulled up the property and looked at it, and it had been listed for 53 days. And not only is she selling that property, she's selling the other property that comes with it. It's right on 2 rivers, like 3 rivers that meet, and it's like right in the center of it. And it's the most beautiful place. Got trout, and it's just beautiful. Literally our dream. And was selling. She's selling both properties. It would have been just an amazing thing. But I'm realizing, like, right now, honestly, I don't even know if we can afford to do it, even if we wanted to. And I'm launching this business, and it probably isn't the right time to do it. Who knows? But what it really drove in was that, like, man, I put that goal out there, and I believed in it, And it like the opportunity came and I didn't act on it because I wasn't still focused on that goal. I let it slip. And it was something very important to me. And so I kind of looked at it as, maybe it was my wake up call that when I have something that big on my heart, when I feel that inspired, like it's not by mistake. And so I looked at, this channel and this idea and I realized like, this is this is the most inspired I've felt in regards to doing something like launching a business, outside of when I did music as a teenager and when I truly felt in my heart that I was going to change the world, like, and I was going to write music that was going to inspire millions and was going to change the world. And so I feel it with this. And so I'm sharing this because I don't know what I'm going to do. And it's funny. So I'm also going to show you something. And I'm very, very cautious of doing this because it's embarrassing. But I know if I do this, if I give you my raw, authentic self of who I am, I want to document this journey. And what I feel like this is going to be is I want to document from having no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea how I'm going to do this channel. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I do know that I want to help people learn how to use AI to better their lives. And I want it to be a community where we help people, where people are helped and inspired, and we inspire hope. And I want it to be on such a scale of magnitude that will anyone that watches this or follows this and sees what is built from it will be inspired that they can do it too. They can do anything they put their mind to. And so this is completely unscripted. I have no idea when I hit record or what I was going to say, but I know that I have a desire in me to change the world and make it a better place and inspire hope across the globe. And I know that if I keep my focus on that and only on that and leave like, monetary parts out of it or like, fame and, all that stuff that really doesn't matter. And I keep the focus on helping people and bettering people's lives and just giving my all to that cause. I know that, through what I believe to be something that I have been called to do will inspire you who are watching and anyone who watches and to that you can do it too. And so, so right now I'm sitting in my room, I haven't posted in a few days because I'm like, I don't have a really good place to do it. And I don't have a really good, I just been kind of like, I've been working on the business and there's things that I'm, like working on a name and stuff. And so what I plan to do is just start sharing what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And again, I'm launching a business through this, and I don't really know how I'm going to do it or, the exact structure of it, but I think I'm just going to document the whole entire process and just be very raw, almost kind of like a documentary. And so, this is kind of a long video, but I'm doing that because I really need to document what is coming out of me in what I feel and what is kind of raw. And hopefully, it inspires others and it makes people want to, watch as we go. And so what I'm going to show you right now and hold me accountable to it is my super messy room that I work in. And it's embarrassing. I don't even let people up here, but I'm going to share it. And so you can see my room that I work in. And so this is not what I want. It's very messy and it's unorganized and it's not what I want, but it's because I'm so laser focused on everything else. I just keep putting it off. But I know if I share things like this, I'll hold myself accountable to it. And just clarity, my wife even said this, so I'm going to throw that out there. This is the only place in the house that looks like that. Everywhere else is spick and span because of her. But my stuff is unorganized. And so I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be unorganized. And so it's something I'm going to use AI to help me be better with. Like literally, I'm going to write, like, I don't know I keep doing this and this is how it keeps happening. Help me not do that anymore. And I'm going to show it to you on the channel and show you how I become more organized and things like that. And this is how I'm going to grow this channel. I'm just going to be my authentic self as much as I possibly can. I may not agree. You may not agree with everything I say or do. You may have different beliefs than me. You may have different anything. But what I promise to you is that, like, I heard this at the concert, at the conference, and it really resonated with me is that I'm just literally gonna build the plane while I'm flying it. And you know, regardless of whether we align with certain things, or, you know, I say something that you don't align with or whatever, you know, whatever. I just ask that, you know that I am doing this because it's on my heart to help you become a better version of yourself and have more time with your family and your loved ones, and have a better life, and just change the world. And that is really why I'm doing this. If I'm able to transition from my career into this, awesome. That's my goal. Honestly, like, straight up, my biggest goal. Here's my goal. Here's what I want to do with this. I would love to be able to do this full. Take that back. I will find a way to do this full time, to where I can pour my all into this, that will help people, that will inspire hope across the world, that will help discover, you know, AI discoveries, that will help empower people and cure diseases, and be a community that brings that together, to where I can have the life of my dreams, where I don't have to have a corporate job, where I can do this for a living and do what I love to do, which is talk, use my hands, and inspire people for a living, to where I can have more time with my family, to where I can homeschool my children, to where I can be fully present with my wife, and be with my family, and be more involved in causes that I believe in. And I'm going to do it, and I'm going to find a way to do it. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to help people do it too. And so, super long video, 16 minutes and 44 seconds right now. But I had to get this off my chest, and I'll keep doing things like this. And at first, these videos may be boring. I don't know. But I'm just going to keep being my authentic self. I'm going to try and post once a day, even if it's just something dumb or what I've learned online, or something I'm using. But yeah, I'm going to also try to start interviewing some people about how they're using AI, and just start building this out. I've got some ideas and some things I'm going to start doing, and how I'm going to do it. But I'm just going to, you know, again, I'm going to literally fly the plane as I build it. And I just rely on my faith, my beliefs, my drive, my why, all those things to make it happen. And yeah, so hopefully this turns into something good. Hopefully I didn't bore the heck out of you. And yeah, the lemonade stand is launched. We're rocking and rolling. And so hopefully in the next month or so, I'm going to have an actual product of, like, something where you can come and visit and start sharing your ideas and things like that. And again, be completely free. I want it to be completely free, where there's no cost to it, and where you just come and learn. And so I'm speaking it into existence. It's going to happen. And hope you come along the ride with me. See you guys.